Ma'am, your husband's bladder just exploded. His prostate got so big that his urine got stuck inside and couldn't come out for just too long.
Please, doctor, tell me he's going to survive.
All doctors treat ER.
This conversation is the last thing I remember before being rushed to the ICU. Only by a miracle did I wake up 3 days later tied to a dialysis machine and a bandage full of blood covering my abdomen. It was the scariest and most humiliating moment I have ever endured in my life. And even though my BPH almost killed me and left my family praying for my life, the day also gave me the power to change things once and for all. So I pushed myself into a dangerous yet extremely rewarding journey, where I witnessed firsthand the dark side of the prostate drugs industry and their life-threatening side effects. I almost ended up with my testicles removed and the core of my penis cut out. Yet after 14 excruciating months, I did it. I not only saved my manhood, but also managed to find a simple, natural, and 100% efficient way to decrease my swollen prostate to normal, healthy size. It's something that broke the medical community in half, especially given the fact that I did this with no pharma drugs, zero surgery, and without doing a single useless exercise or changing my lifestyle. They were wrong about all of this. Despite what the media conglomerates, together with their crooked medical writers, have been posting on their so-called mainstream websites. The real reason why you haven't been able to pee like a horse lately or get rid of the life-burdening bladder pain has nothing to do with the genetics or poor testosterone levels. Nor does it have to do with some chronic disease like they so falsely claim. In fact, as you'll soon see, your painful prostate problems and low sex drive are just a side effect of something much worse happening inside your reproductive system right now. Something that not only prevents you from having a normal pee schedule, but is actually shrinking your manhood with every second that goes by. Breaking research now shows that those born after 1950 are the ones more likely to be affected by this condition, which has left over 50 million desperate men dealing with prostate issues as soon as in their 40s, along with low sex drive and being prone to life-threatening disease. And now we finally know why. In the next 5.5 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact mechanism behind this insidious prostate enlargement process, and what you must do immediately to stop it. Finally, I'm going to give you the key that not only unlocks the pathway to a healthy prostate, all the while increasing your sex drive, even up to a rock-solid 186% of what it was when you were younger. Just listen to some of the 97,843 success stories from men all over America and the world who've used this program and experienced mind-blowing results. Mark B., 67 years old, says, "I'm 67 and I've been suffering from BPH for over 15 years. I've tried everything from medication to surgical interventions. But this thing is a real game changer. I feel stronger and better than ever, and I didn't have to wake up one more time in the middle of the night to pee." Michael T., 48, says, "I had intense pain in my bladder and rectum for over 5 years, and it got so bad that I would have rather snatched out the prostate myself than living one more day like this. Fast forward a month later, no more pain, no more standing above the toilet trying to squeeze out a few drops, no more sadness. Everything is amazing." Stephen R., 53, says, "I used to take a lot of strong pills, which really only made my life miserable. I've tried everything I could, but with no use. However, when I tried this, it was like the pain and burning sensation were never there in the first place. I can't put into words how amazing your solution is." Hi, I'm Jason Collins, and my story is probably very similar to yours. It was just a regular day. I woke up tired, tried to take my morning piss without any success, and got ready for work. But my prostate had other plans for me. All of a sudden, my lower body paralyzed, while I felt like a balloon was being quickly blown down my belly button. As I hit the floor, I heard a tiny and faded explosion-like sound, followed by a wave of terrifying pain going from my abdomen through my body. It was the most extreme pain I ever felt, and never did I imagine this could happen to me. Now, I have to say that at that point, I was only peeing around 3 drops per day. So my bladder collapsed and exploded from all that urine that had been accumulating but couldn't get out. My wife heard my screams of pain and terror, quickly calling an ambulance. And then I woke up 3 days later, in pain and deep depression. From that moment, I became just a shadow of my old self. The truth is, it's not only the pain that takes over when your prostate is irremediably damaged, it's all the shame, the regret, the endless feeling of uselessness. It can break any man, especially when you can see your own regrets mirrored on everyone else's face. Everyone wishes that you wouldn't be there. Always in need and pain, always dragging them down and not letting them enjoy even the smallest of activities due to your condition. And for me, that was certainly the case. But as my old dad once said, sometimes you just have to keep moving forward, son. And he was right. Because despite all odds, I decided not to quit that day. I made a promise to myself that I would do everything in my power to fix this problem that has been plaguing me for so long. I started off by trying all the basic stuff that I could find online. Exercises, Avodart, Proscar, Provenge, Zydeca, Indian practices, even some weird Brazilian rituals, but as you can imagine, everything turned out to be nothing more than a big waste of time and money. Now, there was one last thing on my research list that was something called transurethral resection of the prostate. And with all the bad reviews, I called the clinic to make an appointment. Their doctors assured me that the method is safe and I had nothing to worry about. They even said it had really high rates of success, which was something that brought me a little bit of joy, I'll admit. Sure, $60,000 was a bit pricey, but when desperate. But then the following morning, I woke up feeling all dizzy and my legs trembling. I somehow managed to grab my phone before collapsing on the floor, while a huge, sharp pain struck my testicles and penis. Apparently, as I later found out during the procedure, the doctor messed up my insides and didn't even bother to place my reproductive organs in their proper place when he finished. That led to blood accumulating in my upper rectum, a tiny intestinal blood vessel snapped, and trillions of bacteria traveled from there to my male organs. They almost castrated me and chopped off my penis to stop the infection, and I wouldn't have even been awake to know it. I was now on my 24th day of hospitalization, and the future looked bleak. I honestly thought I was going to die alone, with no one else to love me, just me and my swollen prostate. But sometimes things do happen for a reason, because next to my bed, there was a note from the doctor that saved my testicles and my manhood. Dr. Wesley. The note said, "I can help you with your problem. Meet me once you feel better." And below there was his phone number. Now, I didn't know Dr. Wesley all that well, so I did a little bit of research before calling him. Apparently, he was not your regular everyday doctor. He was actually an extremely famous and highly praised surgeon, specialized in the most complicated and difficult prostate surgeries and reconstructions. A league of his own. He had exclusively performed prostate surgeries on A-list actors and world-famous singers. And to my utter shock, a great amount of artists and celebrities had gone under the knife to decrease their prostates. You'd actually be surprised how many actors actually suffer from BPH. And as if it wasn't huge enough, Dr. Wesley had been receiving countless medical awards and even the Medallion for Scientific Achievement, the highest recognition a surgeon can get. And yet, this was a professional you wouldn't see on TV or magazine covers. And it makes sense since he only worked for extremely famous people that had to keep their identity fully covered. I was in awe. So what did this genius doctor have to say? Could he truly help me? I had to find out, so I decided to give him a call. We agreed to meet at his private lab. And let me tell you, the things he said back then, even though now I know they're 100% backed by real science, were still shocking. During my career, I've met thousands of men like you, Jason. Men in their early 40s with prostates the size of a coconut. And they all hated themselves for it. They couldn't understand why they were sentenced to live like this. But truly, it wasn't their fault. You see, when it comes to the prostate, most doctors and honestly the entire medical community insist that all this is caused by genetics, corrupted DNA, unhealthy lifestyle, or just bad luck. These people are professionals, and they don't even act like such, because none of them are looking in the right direction. The problem is far more dangerous than that. Now, I apologize if this may be too descriptive for you, but let me explain. First of all, let me ask you a question. Do you really know what's happening inside your body? And do you really think you're protected? You see, the problem runs way deeper than anyone thought it did. According to very recent studies, for the first time in history, scientists found some horrible nanotoxins inside our blood. We've known about them for quite some time now, and they've been around for decades, but it's worse than we could have imagined. I'm talking about heavy metals. These microscopic poisons are everywhere, from the air you breathe to the food you eat or even the water you drink. Hell, they can even penetrate your skin through mere contact with your clothes. As much as you might try to protect yourself from dangerous chemicals, modern life makes it impossible for you to be safe. According to the European Food and Safety Authority, as well as to a study conducted by a top team of scientists from the National Center for Biotechnology Information. Environmental pollutants such as aflatoxins and acrylamide are affecting more than a quarter of the crops and end up in our foods. And that doesn't even begin to show how much of our soil is infested with them. On the other hand, the air we breathe is no less harmful than the soil. But do you want to know why these heavy metals are so dangerous to the human body? Study after study, including a recent one published by the amazing scientists from United States Environmental Protection Agency, shows that increasing doses of heavy metals can lead to weakened functions and even organ failure. That's because no matter how much it tries, your organism can't possibly flush away or disintegrate these nanometals. You may be wondering, what does that have to do with my prostate? Well, Jason, let me explain. Since these heavy metals are inside your blood, they get carried throughout your whole body. Your blood vessels are large enough, and these chemicals are so tiny that they can flow inside until they run into something that blocks them. Inevitably, they reach your prostate, where the cruelest thing starts happening. You see, the prostate is a really dense and smooth organ, so the blood vessels are getting thinner and thinner as they go through it. So at some point, these heavy metals cannot move any further and get lodged inside the prostate's thick tissue. There, they inflame it, causing it to swell and putting pressure on your bladder. Think of it this way. It's like your body is transporting minuscule amounts of gravel every day towards your prostate, where they build up and inflame it while corroding your bladder, urethra, and even your reproductive system as a whole. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why most men report prostate problems later in life? Have you ever wondered why others seem to not be struggling with BPH, any type of pain, while you end up suffering every day? Well, the truth is, no man escapes it. Sooner or later, every single man will deal with BPH and its awful symptoms. It's just a matter of time. Even the National Library of Medicine admits that over 90% of senior men suffer from an enlarged prostate. And the other 10%? Well, either they didn't get their prostate checked, already underwent surgery, or some even figured out this condition on their own. And they made it look natural. Since our society has been industrialized so much, and everywhere we go we are affected. We're poisoning ourselves without even realizing it. The worst part is, they've known it for ages. These elites are just monetizing your pain, stuffing you with their expensive, useless meds that not only keep you addicted, they can even cause your death. I stood there in shock listening to Dr. Wesley, and for the first time, I finally understood why I was condemned with an embarrassingly small penis that wrecked my entire life. So, is there a way to fix all this? I asked Dr. Wesley. It took me over 15 years to figure this out, he said. Even though things went this way, that doesn't mean it's irreversible. You can actually turn on the switch on the heavy metals cleansing process. But you have to listen to what I'm about to say next, Dr. Wesley continued. Then the good doctor told me something that left me in awe. You see, Jason, the human body is capable of amazing things. It never stops healing itself. It can fix the prostate any time in a man's life, no matter the age. All you need to do is supply it with the right tools to force out the lodged heavy metals and reverse the inflammation. Because you see, even if your body tries to neutralize those nanopoisons, if it doesn't have the required power, then it's like trying to fix a roof without construction workers. Now, since your body cannot flush out these chemicals by itself, there are only two ways to do that. First one, the long and dangerous way. Cut your prostate down surgically and wait for the swelling to go. This can take decades as heavy metals keep building up in it. Any kind of surgery is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening procedure, which after almost 30 years in the medical field, I can absolutely say that I do not recommend. Amputating procedures, no matter how much they cut, are highly perilous because they can cause great damage to your reproductive system's autonomy. Do you remember what happened to you? They messed you up, and you were on the verge of losing your male organs. So ask yourself, would it be worth it to endure pain, risk severe injuries, infections, tissue damage, and even risk possible death for nothing in return? So, in order to start the heavy metals removal process, you have to introduce several compounds from nature into your body so they can help your immune system fight back at full capacity. Otherwise, it's like you tried to make coffee with heating your mug with a lighter. And this is the way that will ensure your prostate will return to its healthy size safely and permanently. So as Dr. Wesley explained, to make this work, we had to safely introduce certain nutrients inside my bloodstream that would both flush out intruders and also protect my prostate against them for good. Now, Since Dr. Wesley had been studying heavy metals for a long time, he knew exactly which of these compounds, minerals, and nutrients trigger the poison elimination process. So he carefully selected specific natural ingredients that he found to be very effective in removing those heavy metals and protecting the prostate against the source of my BHP. During his 15 years of study, he found this to be very effective. The next morning, we got started. Each day, Dr. Wesley would have me try dozens of weird natural ingredients. He was carefully selecting them to do 3 things: flush out the heavy metals lodged inside my prostate, eliminate the inflammation, aka BPH, and help my immune system fight them on its own. So I was eating and drinking all sorts of plants, herbs, and minerals, and even special oil mixes. Some days I would pee better and feel lighter. That's when Dr. Wesley would write down the ingredients I had taken the day before. We were both really excited. The truth is, I was extremely happy every time I peed with less effort and pain. But I knew Dr. Wesley wasn't looking for a quick fix. Our goal was to make sure my prostate and overall reproductive system was rejuvenated and protected for years to come. Now, one morning something incredible happened. As I was about to get out of the bed, I realized I made it through the night without needing to pee. I walked inside the bathroom, I took off my pants, and my heart skipped a bit. It had finally happened. I was able to pee like a horse and fully emptied my bladder. Dr. Wesley and I were very excited to continue the program. Now, after this initial result, the good news kept coming. Another morning, I woke up to a morning wood that lasted 2 hours, which was very odd for me. Not even in my 20s did this happen. Now, I admit, I wanted more. I wanted to see just how far I could push this program. So after just a month and a half, Dr. Wesley ran some tests and found something incredible. My prostate was now rejecting heavy metals and my testosterone levels had increased by 221%. After that, I called a stop to the test. I loved my new pain-free life. It was like I was reborn. Now, the results didn't just stop there. Looking at myself in the mirror, I could notice how I actually lost some of that belly fat I had gained over the years, and some of my bald spots were gone. Apparently, the new refill did more than just fix my prostate. My hair was fuller, shinier, and my energy levels were skyrocketing. All my stress and anxiety were gone. And I can't even begin to tell you how happy I was to not depend on knowing exactly where to find the bathrooms everywhere I went, and was finally enjoying emptying my bladder completely. I was an extreme feeling of liberation. I had finally broken free from the shackles that have made me a husk of a man for what felt like an eternity. And with my new prostate, my confidence came back high and strong. But Dr. Wesley warned me, just because this program worked on me wasn't enough proof it will work on anyone else. So we went on Reddit and posted a message saying we were looking for volunteers. It was quite easy. Next day, we had 67 men who signed up for the program. Dr. Wesley prepared the formula based on what had worked for me and gave it to all 67 participants and instructed them to follow the program for 30 days. Now, I expected to see some results, but I sure as Sunday morning didn't expect to see them coming in that fast. Not long after, our phones were ringing like crazy, with all these men explaining to us how their pain turned into joy. I almost thought they were joking, but then they came to us for some tests, and what happened left us in awe. Even the most skeptical ones, to their utter shock, got rid of BPH. But that's not even close to the good things that happened. 100% of the men participating in this have also reported increased libido and being able to sustain long, strong erections for more than 30 minutes. They now have firmer, more pronounced body muscles throughout their bodies. They lost pounds of nasty belly fat without spending endless hours at the gym. Their sex drive and energy levels have literally skyrocketed, and their stamina surged like never before. It was absolute madness. "We've done it," I said to Dr. Wesley. We had finally found the long-awaited working solution to BPH. It was that moment when we knew we had to make it public. So Dr. Wesley managed to pull some strings, and we found a small independent natural pharmaceutical company in Texas. And we started looking for suppliers that offer only the purest ingredients. I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. It took us weeks until we found reliable sources. You would be shocked if you'd know how ignorant most of these people are when it comes to the quality and purity of the raw materials they provide. It turned out that we had to look for ingredients on 4 continents. Dr. Wesley used all his connections to make sure we only get top quality ingredients from certified and FDA-approved producers. The job was excruciating. We worked day and night to make sure each ingredient was mixed in the right quantities. But after over a month of hard work, we finally did it. I wanted to scream it out loud as I held in my hands the finished product. Something that would finally give men all over the world the prostate relief they always needed. We called it Urinoct. With its powerful mixture of carefully selected ingredients, this program is the only clinically proven and successfully tested solution by 97,843 men that's guaranteed to reverse BPH and vanish urination issues for good in just a matter of weeks. Each ingredient was specifically selected for its prostate enhancement properties. And when combined together in the right quantities, all these superfoods have the ability to regenerate your reproductive and urinary system's health. Every capsule inside Urinoct is made here in the U.S., in our FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility, under extremely sterile, strict, and precise conditions. All capsules are non-GMO safe. They do not contain any stimulants or toxins, and they are not habit or tolerance forming. And the way this program works is groundbreaking. We tested the formula on over a dozen independent labs from both America and Europe, and with over 4,400 initial brave volunteers from 12 different countries. All this while making sure all ingredients can sustain high quality and purity. Lab tests have shown us that in order for this program to be efficient, all the ingredients have to be mixed only in these exact quantities and in this exact formula. And what we achieved is what experts call a medical breakthrough. Here's a short explanation on how these ingredients work and why they are so powerful. Step 1. Your body absorbs the powerful nutrients. As soon as you've taken the first capsule of Urinoct, the nutrition absorption process begins. We combine the most powerful ingredients chosen from the selected locations such as Ecuador, Asia, Northern Europe, and even the Brazilian Amazon. All these amazing nutrients are essentials for doing two things. First, to flush out the microplastics lodged inside your body. And second, to teach your immune system how to generate heavy metals fighting cells. Since they are 100% natural and have been selected due to their purity, your body will immediately start absorbing them. And the prostate relief and rejuvenation process will begin immediately. Step 2. Your body flushes out the heavy metals that cause your BPH. Once your body has absorbed all these powerful nutrients, the purification process will begin. This is extremely important. In order for your prostate to restart its mending process, it needs to be cleansed first. That led Dr. Wesley to adding our star ingredient of this blend, for which we looked far and wide. And this is fish oil. This powerful ingredient is a rich and diverse source of detoxifying compounds that will kill and eliminate the heavy metals that have been inflaming your prostate. It contains 2 omega-3s, called doxoxynic acid and icosaptonic acid. Not only these compounds are well known for their cleansing properties, and heavy metals have no chances against them, but fish oil also targets the root cause of the pain, eliminating the inflammation caused by the toxins. The extra omega-3 we added also helps protect and detoxify liver cells from heavy metals that can break down hormones in the body. Step 3. Your prostate returns to its healthy size and your entire reproductive system rejuvenates. Now, pay attention, because from this point on, incredible things start to happen. First, you need to know that since your prostate has been under attack for so long, your system needs a strong refresh and rejuvenation so you can enjoy a healthy sex life as well. To achieve total prostate relief and performance for your manhood, fish oil contains another top-notch nutrient. That's vitamin A. What this vitamin does and how it works is truly absolutely amazing. Vitamin A holds the power to completely rejuvenate your prostate, bladder, urethra, testicles, and penis. You name it, vitamin A does it. And that's not all. Vitamin A is a very well-known anti-inflammatory with antioxidants properties, meaning that besides taking care of creating shielded tissue, it can jumpstart your immune system to learn a fighting mechanism against heavy metal and provide protection from the dangers on your prostate. Now, we didn't stop there. We made sure that the vitamin C also found in fish oil is the right one. And to be honest, it is the most essential element in this mix. It helps you flush out heavy metals, eliminate inflammation, and restore your prostate to full strength. That's exactly what vitamin C does. With its anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties, this exact form of vitamin C will find the lodged heavy metals, annihilate them, soothe the pain, and repair the damage that's been done to your prostate. As an added benefit, all these ingredients create a natural armor around your prostate and reproductive system, shielding them against inflammation or any type of affliction whatsoever. No other blend that we are aware of can match the effectiveness of this prostate rejuvenation solution. Step 4. Your entire body becomes revitalized. In just a few weeks, you'll start to notice a difference in your pee schedule and pain levels. This natural blend will completely rid you of any pain or discomfort you may have experienced. And there's more. Because this blend is so powerful, your body will have enough white blood cells that it will help every single part of your body to transform and rejuvenate. Not only do they help with BPH, but it also helps you eliminate bad cholesterol from the bloodstream and replace it with a good and healthy type of cholesterol. You will be able to sleep better. It will help with your digestion and even with losing weight. Moreover, this exact combination of these ingredients reduces stress and anxiety, making you feel stronger, happier, and healthier, and giving you better mental focus, boosting your memory and brain power. And of course, the ultimate goal for Urinoct is to help you pee and resize your prostate to normal. Now, you probably have 2 questions by now. First, how do I get my hands on this? And second, in which quantities should I take Urinoct? You see, since you're here, your package is reserved. But if you leave this page, we cannot guarantee supply when you come back. Now, regarding how you should use Urinoct, the answer is easy. Take 1 power capsule after breakfast, lunch, or dinner with a big glass of water every day for at least 30 days. It will provide you with the necessary nutrient intake, specifically designed to flush away heavy metals and rejuvenate your prostate, strengthen your urination process, and revitalize your reproductive system at 100% power. Now, based on how bad your body was exposed to heavy metals poisoning, your blood oxygenation, and testosterone levels, it's going to be a tough battle. Your prostate is practically guaranteed to get healthy, but what good will it be if your body isn't protected for the long run? And your bladder is in constant danger of infections and other deadly diseases because of the permanent heavy metals around us. Sure, you will see the quick improvements fast, but the long-run improvements, well, it may take longer to heal. That's why, after analyzing the results of over 97,000 men who've successfully used this program, we recommend taking at least 3 bottles of Urinoct over a period of 180 days. And if you want to be completely safe and don't take any chances, we recommend you take at least 6 bottles or more over a period of 360 days. This way you'll be absolutely sure that your prostate reverses to its size and urination turns to normal and stays healthy and strong for the rest of your life. 97,843 men and counting have used Urinoct with amazing results. The way they became new people after ridding themselves of debilitating prostate issues was amazing and absolutely phenomenal for their sex life. They also experienced a surge in energy levels and a loss in body fat. Their blood sugar and pressure levels are perfectly stable, and their confidence levels are holding high and strong due to their new and improved body. Men like Michael R., age 48, who says, "Never in a million years did I imagine that something like this existed out there. 1 little capsule and I pee like a horse. It's almost incredible. I can now enjoy spending time with my grandchildren without a care in the world." Or Joseph T., age 66, who says, "I'm a former football player, and I had to retire because of my unfathomable bladder pain. Fast forward a year ago when I discovered this. My pain, my endless urge to pee was gone, and I was already feeling like I used to be in my prime. I never thought something so small could restore my youth in less than a month." Stories like these are incredible, but they are not unique. Every day my phone rings and another email or text message pops up on my screen. Thousands of men who now enjoy their healthy, pain-free, energetic lifestyle and the new life that has been given to them. Now, knowing all this, $347 seems like a fair price for something that can make you a man again, that can give you back your dignity and, to be honest, your sanity. It's not even close to how much you'd spend on useless programs or dangerous treatments that only fill you with frustration and pain as you see their uselessness. And it's definitely less than what you'd pay for life-threatening surgery. Really. No man should ever let anyone slice into their prostate. Yet Urinoct, unlike any other product in the world, helps you overcome prostate problems by treating the root cause of its enlargement. Then there's the other thing. Given the difficult conditions we live in these days, it's very hard for us to know when our next shipment will arrive once we run out of stock. You see, we only work with FDA-approved and GMP, good manufacturing practices, certified producers, which make our mission to find high-quality ingredients practically impossible. Each ingredient was carefully tested and clinically proven to 100% protect and heal your reproductive organs. But then again, this isn't about the money for me. It truly isn't. I never want anyone to go through the things I've been through. The frustration I felt every time I had to wake up in the middle of the night to squeeze only a few drops. The disgusting meds I ingested every day. Even those for anxiety and depression, just to try and live like a normal man. The humiliation I felt as I let this problem take control of my life and almost kill me. I never want any man to feel that. That's why today, on this website only, you can get that healthy prostate you always wanted and regain your life back for just $69. Now here's the thing. 3 bottles of Urinoct will fix your prostate and stop the pain. They will also boost your testosterone levels, increase sperm production, strengthen your muscles, and even help your hair follicles regrow. All while doing the most crucial part. Flush out heavy metals from your bloodstream, rejuvenate your reproductive system, and increase your libido. But there is a reason why almost all of our users smartly choose the 6 bottles package. Once you go with the 6 bottles package, in just a few months from now, you'll be able to pee like a bull without any hesitation. It'll ensure that your prostate will be completely healthy and pain-free, helping your body build the necessary defenses to ensure that it will reject heavy metals from staying inside, giving you better, defined muscles, skyrocketing energy levels, and even boost your memory and focus. Many years from now, you'll still be the same incredibly strong man, ready to relive your teenage years in your golden years. And of course, we want to help you as much as we can. And because I know how important it is to achieve total prostate rejuvenation and also keep it healthy and strong even in your late 90s. After talking to our manufacturer, we are able to offer a huge discount on the 3 and 6 bottle package when you place your order today. Sounds good? Take a look below now. Once you select your package and hit the button below, you'll be taken to our secure order page. 97,843 men all across America and the world are now living proof that Urinoct can finally help you achieve long-term prostate relief while shielding it against life-threatening disease. All backed by over a dozen scientific papers published in some of the most prestigious medical journals in America. Now, this may be a little shocking to you, and I understand. After all, the prostate drug manufacturers have been preying on you from the moment you first set foot in their medical offices. So let's change that right now. Dr. Wesley and I put everything we had into this program, and we sure as sunlight stand behind it. That's why with every bottle of Urinoct, you get an ironclad 60-day no-questions-asked money-back guarantee. It works like this. You select one of the packages below and hit the buy button. You give this program a try and experience the incredible results as tens of thousands of men did before you. You watch as your prostate stops bothering you and the pain goes away. You see how good it feels to always empty your bladder in a single bathroom trip, to sleep through the night and be confident in your masculine traits. And if for any reason whatsoever you are not satisfied with the results, send me or Dr. Wesley an email and we'll refund every penny you invested into this program. No hassle, no questions asked, no red tape. Today, you finally found the right path forward. The one that you've been searching so hard for your entire life, the one that brings you happiness and peace of mind. And truly, this is something that anyone can only dream of. Because the other path is the same one you've been on for quite some time now, and you already know what's ahead of it. All the shame, the humiliation, the anxious trips, the bad stories, the gossips that just won't stop, the pain. It won't go away. Not like this. Not if you don't do something about it. Will you stop being anxious every time you can't spot a restroom sign? Or maybe that your bladder will fail, hoping no one will notice that you just peed yourself? Will you continue to waste thousands of dollars on drugs, treatment, and painful techniques that even if they may have some results for a day or two, they will eventually fail you one by one? Will you ever stop wondering if you're strong enough? If your family is going to abandon you because you're too hard to take care of? Right now, you have a chance to literally erase all that and start a new life. A better life where you're finally in charge of your own destiny. A life where you feel comfortable in your own skin and your own body. Your healthy, normal-sized, pain-free prostate. Where you walk into a room and instantly know that you'll be the most confident person there. You'll be an old man who can barely remember his grandchildren's name, but your prostate will be there, healthy and strong. Click on the buy button below now and give this program a test try.